This is my latest project. It's going to be a oil can cutter opener. Hopefully lets me cut these small oil cans effortlessly because they're hard to open. This piece of wood I coated with epoxy so it's slippery and hopefully oil resistant. Okay, all I got to do is assemble it. I made these pieces just from spare parts that I had laying around. I had this piece of aluminum which I drilled and tapped, this aluminum plate which I drilled and tapped, this drill I hammered it into a smaller hole. That's going to be the fulcrum for the cutting wheel, which I borrowed from a pipe cutter. I also ordered 10 of these for $4 off of Amazon, so hopefully I could put this back into my pipe cutter and I'll use the ones from Amazon. I might have to change the size of the drill. And then these two bearings which I had will go into this end, and then the bearings will hold the filter in place as I use this cutter to cut it. So hopefully it works. So I'm going to assemble my oil filter cutter opener. It'll be a free unit. Everything I had was free. So this, I'm borrowing from my pipe cutter. I ordered 5 or 10 from China, forget the number, for $4, but I don't think I'm gonna get the delivery because China's not allowed in the country anymore. So I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not. I ended up buying these pipe cutter blades from Home Depot. So then I didn't have to borrow one from a pipe cutter. So this is the most important part, is the cutter. And I'll hold that on with an O-ring. Yeah, perfect fit. One bearing. This slit I just cut with a router. That's why I use a wood base, because had a router, so I could easily put a slit for this to slide. Pieces of aluminum that I had already. Just drilled and tapped a couple of holes. Not too much play, so that's good. And this is off an old out electric motor, a clamp. I'll just clamp right against that thing. There we have it. Put my can there, tighten it, and turn the can. I see a problem, that's sticking up too high. I have to shorten that. I'll be cutting my hand on it. I don't have an oil can, but that's the size of my oil cans, oil filter can. So that'll just fit in there. And pivot on the two bearings. And then I just crank this as I turn. This is my homemade oil can opener. I'm going to test it out. I've never used it before. I ended up getting this at Home Depot. It was a pack of 2 for $6 or $7. And then I could put the cutter back on my other pipe cutter, not worry about it. So the 2 bearings, and that cutter. I don't know if it's going to work. Have it contact. Pushed past the bearing right there. I gotta push down on it. Oh, wasn't watching. Cutter was riding up on it. I'll have to fix that. I put 2 locking washers on top of there instead of O-rings to hold it. So let's try it again. Might be working. Moving the handle really slow because I don't want to crush the can. It sounds like it might be opened in a spot. It's making a different sound. It did it! It worked. There it is. Nice clean cut.